This is Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Welcome to Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Crimson Tide. This place is charged up and ready for a big game today. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. Bringing it out, it's Johnson. Tackled at the 13, not great field position to start the drive. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Keeping it on the ground here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
He pulls in the catch. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
What a great throw here and an even better catch by this Notre Dame wide receiver. And Chris, let's be honest. If Notre Dame's going to become this top 5 team, this consistent brand, this is where they've got to make their biggest strides. The ability to make plays downfield and have the speed to be able to play with the big boys in college football.
Second down after that run on the previous play. On the run, it's Tuggle. That run moves the ball across the 35.
Teams are getting more and more creative with how they run their counter plays. Gone are the days of everyone under center running the counter trade. Now you're seeing it modernized. We'll see how many different versions they'll run today.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. stays on the field in this opening drive. They'll go for it in their own territory. Trying for a fourth down completion. And looking for a big play here. The pass is intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
With sloppy conditions with this rain, a lot of times I feel like if you got a quarterback that can handle the ball, it can help you out. But here you can see the ball just gets away from him, goes up into the air, the defense sees it, comes up with an early interception.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Jamania. In a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw yet again. Great cut there. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Quarterback drops back. Misses the receiver. Incomplete. Here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt.
Slide 22.
And they pick up the first on the ground. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama. Here comes the point after attempt. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Catch made on the right side. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Oh, the pass is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, tie. They'll try to add the lead now with PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Bringing it out, it's Johnson. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
That one moves the ball across the 40.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that previous play. Looking for some space. It's Tuggle. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And it's complete downfield. Explosive gain across midfield. They'll spot it about the 35.
Just great timing here with this quarterback and his wide receiver to pick up this first down. And really over the years, that's what Notre Dame's looking to get back to consistently, is being able to complement what they can do by running the football and to have a quarterback that can drop back and make the throw like this and keep the sticks moving and keep his offense out of harm's way.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Takes the handoff, heads to the right.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Trying to run, it's Tuggle. Tackled after a solid gain. It's enough for a first down, and that should wrap up the first quarter of play. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Powering through. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. A much-needed score, Kirk, trying to just hang in this game right now.
Man, I love that they're not giving up. They are continuing to fight and try to get themselves back into this game.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. To be tackled at the 21, that's good work by the coverage team. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? Bringing pressure. Receiver makes the grab. What a move goes goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, this is what separates the men from the boys right here. This quarterback knows he's going to get hit, does a good job of staying laser focused on his target, and as he throws that ball, he gets annihilated, but big positive yards because of that determination by the quarterback.
The pocket breaking down. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. Alabama comes up with the line quickly.
How about Notre Dame sending a backer here? He comes up with the sack. A little Rudy magic on this one. And, boy, they've had some great linebacker play over the years. Of course, think about Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith, who's now...
And is intercepted. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Irish. And the defense adds 6 with an interception return. And the defense gets above, scoring a touchdown to suddenly tie this football game.
Just getting a couple turnovers from your defense is really all you can expect. But to be able to get 6 points from them in addition is above and beyond. They get their 6 points, and now they're really thinking about winning this game.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he steps out of bounds. No gain on the play.
This is good pressure by the defense. And it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And he's got it. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
It's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They're going to have to make some adjustments there, and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Ball's incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
The pass rush closing in. He makes the grab. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
What a great example of why this tight end is one of the top tight ends in college football. This guy's got great speed, but he also has the power to be able to break through those arm tackles and take it to the end zone.
And he knocks through the PAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moffitt. And he gets it out to the 28, tackled right there. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. This group really struggled in the first quarter, but they've gotten things going here. Can they find some more momentum now before halftime?
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Breaks loose at the 45. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. 3rd and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with...
Looking to make a big play downfield. Catch made down inside the 15. Gain moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And it's up and good. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. He's going to take off. Breaking free at the 35. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big game for this offense.
One play, and they're already past the 40. 1st and 10. He's escaping the pocket now. Hit as he released it. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Fires it on the move. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. So it's a 1st down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. He shreds the tackle. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Caught quickly. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama. See if they can convert the point after. PAT is good, so it's a 7-point game, 28-21. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. Turner trying to create good field position. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Looking to pass here on second down. Here's the throw deep downfield. The QB throws his third pick of the day. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Oh, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Escapes the pocket. Gets some space around the 30. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. And the pass is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Quick throw to the left. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Trying to create here on the move. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama.
Chris, how about the call here with the wheel route? The running back, you know, he can run the football, but here he shows his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, and that wheel route is tough on a defense. Sometimes the back can get lost. Here he catches it, finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Bringing it out, it's Moffitt. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. On the move. Can he make it? All the way for a touchdown. Special teams making a monster play. The returner gets the touchdown, but a bunch of guys contributed that time, Kurt.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The blocks up front really set the tone to be able to give him his chance. You don't see this happen very often in this game where a guy gets a chance to have a kickoff return for a touchdown. Everything has to be just perfect, and, of course, he had the speed to be able to get it all the way to the end zone.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Important possession here to begin the third quarter as they try to continue momentum from the first half and build on this lead. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. And that'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38. Alabama comes up with the line quickly.
You know, Chris, if we would have told Bear Bryant that Alabama would have a wide receiver that won a Heisman in recent years, I don't think he would have believed us. But that's where we are. They've been some great ones in the past. We're seeing some great-looking receivers on this unit right now.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And the sophomore making an impact play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Going the other way, can they catch him? Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. How about that, Kirk? A defensive touchdown to tie this football game.
Well, you only get a handful of those in an entire season. To be able to come up with that in this game, to tie the game, is just big time by this defense, and it gets them right back where they need to be.
The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He'll return it from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. Looking for his big tight end. And he throws his third interception of the day. And it's a touchdown, but there is a flag down. Let's check out the marker. So the pick-6 is wiped away by the defensive pass interference. What a huge call there and a big momentum shift. Quarterback operating an empty set.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to extend the play. Using his legs on the scramble. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense edge to it.
And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game. He's able to do that right here.
And there's the handoff. Oh, what a move. Finds room at the 30. Touchdown, tied. That puts him on top in the second half. And they'll set up with PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to root this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one, and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Fires it to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. They've got him, but not before making first down yards. They'll move the ball to the 41.
That's a big-time play by this wide receiver from Notre Dame. You think about Notre Dame teams that have been able to get up into the national scene. They've always seemed to have a difference maker out on the perimeter, going way back to Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket, who is dynamic, most recently Chase Claypool. You've got to have somebody on the outside that can make plays to have a chance of winning these big games.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. It's a quick grab. Defense able to stop it. It's fourth down now.
Great job here by the defense. Third down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this fourth down. Great job here by the D.
He's got it for fourth down conversion. Drive stays alive. This offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
The gain makes it second and medium. He'll hand it off. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. The sure hands. It's Fuller. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you can just avoid the mistake, make those first downs, be a great compliment to what you want to do running the football. There's a great chance of putting enough points up on the board to win this game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Running back has it on a screen now. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screen play. Nice positive gain for the offense.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a first and goal. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Ball back at the 10-yard line now for second and goal. And he'll set up to throw. Here's the target, and it's complete. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
And they cut into this lead now on third and goal. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. They'll try a pass here. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Oh, he just misses receiver there on third and short. Now you got to think in the fourth quarter, fourth and short, you got to try to cut into this lead. You might want to go for this here to keep thinking about 6 points.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. This could be the biggest play so far. Fourth and goal. And this offense is down. Needs this. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
Well, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Who makes the grab? That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Chris, sometimes the quarterback's just trying to find the open guy and get him the ball. It's exactly what he's able to do here. Found a way to pick up the first down.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. Not able to connect, incomplete. Now it's second down here. And the quarterback dropping back. And the sophomore's got him for a sack. The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
You know, I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
So tie game, 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. And he drops back in the gun. Oh, and they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs.
Well, the ball's close to midfield, and this offense is trying to get things going here in the second half. I understand the aggressive mindset, but this one could cost them.
They call the counter play here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
Well, on most of these counters, you leave the in man in the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen to kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense knew exactly what was coming there.
The running back has been busy today, but not much to show for it. The defense all over him again.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Makes a quick grab. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. And that's the 2-minute warning here as we set up for a close, dramatic finish to this one.
Chris, I love to see this. Nothing open downfield, so he does the right thing by checking it down to his back, who's dangerous in the open field, picks up some really good yards, but that clock is still a big factor here.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. Refusing to be brought down. And look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Oh, Chris, you're in the fourth quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. First play of the drive to come out throwing. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, at this point in the game, obvious situations, you're going to throw the football. I like the call by the defensive coordinator. Went with dime. 6 defensive backs. Get them as much speed on the field as you can. May have confused the quarterback there a little bit and led to that incompletion.
Offense facing a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Finds an open target on the left side. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a game can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
Nice run. He's brought down to the 44. But crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. They'll feed the back again. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up and run support.
3rd down after that running play. And the quarterback keeps it here. Breaks loose at the 40. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They jump in front here in the 4th. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. And it comes down to this. They need a touchdown. They've got some time to work with. How aggressive will they be? A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound.
Can't get it away. The defense has got away. Huge stop at this stage of the game. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they got called. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Takes a shot as he gets the pass off. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. So it's still a one-possession game. The offense would love to work the clock here, but they can't take their foot off the gas. Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game. And a timeout taken by the defense with 30 seconds remaining. After the sack on 1st down, it's 2nd down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. That's a bullet right into the heart of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Alabama. They'll try to add the lead now with PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Bringing it out, it's Moffitt. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Breaks loose at the 40. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it. And the offense will spend a timeout, just 14 seconds left on the clock. One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be first down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Gets rid of it on the move. And it's incomplete. Just 10 seconds remaining now. Incompletion sets up a second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Oh, almost another interception. Can you believe it? It's going to bring up third down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and not.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. But it falls incomplete, and as the clock hits 0-0, that's it, game over. Well, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side, where they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with